Hi everyone, this is Pennie Rumsey. I am a woman of faith, a warrior of light, and a mother of virtue. I've synergized a company called the Path of Providence, and this month I'm doing a series of videos. Today I have a longer video for you. I am a trainer, a coach, and a creator. Today we are going to do a training about the 3 success principles to become a master of your circumstances. Don't you want to be able to master what's going on with your life? Because that's what we're going to figure out today. If you want to look and find a way to be able to move forward, do you want to learn how to find the tools to be able to help you achieve focus and be able to achieve the vision that you want to get in life? You're in the right place at the right time, and we are going to help you get that figured out today. Move a little bit closer to what it is that you're trying to get out of life. So today what you will learn is the first steps of what you need to do to be able to create your journey. I'm looking at my note cards just in case you wonder why I'm looking down, because I can't think without them. So, and we'll also be able to help you figure out what you can focus on to be able to move forward, and how to create your life to be the master of your circumstances, and thus the name of our training today. So I just want to tell you quickly a little bit about myself. 5 years ago, I found myself in a really hard place. I was stuck in depression, and I had a lot of negative emotion going on inside of me. And I had all of these dreams and all these ideas of things that I wanted to create, but they were all stuck inside of me, stuck in my heart. So one of the things that I did to learn is I went to my garden and I started gardening, and while I was learning in my garden, all of these amazing lessons started coming to me. So now today, 5 years later, I have created a company called the Path of Providence. I am creating CDs and videos and a lot of different solutions that I see that the world needs. I am looking for people to help me to be able to synergize with me in creating. But in this company, our vision and our mission is to be able to create solutions for the world through synergy. And we lead through a galvanistic style of leadership. If you don't know that word, go check it out. It's absolutely incredible. So today my life is different. Today I am living my mission. I am no longer stuck. I know there's a lot of things about my life that I still think have to be perfect, but I am moving forward anyway. So if you feel like there's something inside of you that you need to do to move forward, you need to find a way to move forward anyway. When you are living your path of providence, there is an amazing thing that happens. When you focus on what it is that is your mission, and you find out what it is that you need to do, there are amazing lessons that you start noticing in life, and these different things start coming to you. One of the things that I've noticed is different books that have come to me to help me learn just the next step and the thing that I need to do to be able to move forward. Different people start showing up to help me learn the next lesson that I need to learn. The most recent person that showed up, his name is Brendon Bouchard. I found him from just a little link, a shared link on one of my Facebook friends' page, and I just clicked on his website and I started finding all of these amazing lessons and these the system that he has created. So that's really why I am making this video today, because Brendon has encouraged me to create this success tips video. So thank you, Brendon, for encouraging me to do this, because I had the message inside of me, but sometimes I just need a little bit extra encouragement to get it out. Thanks also, Brendon, for living your mission, because it is making a huge impact. I'm sure you are already aware of that, but for me personally. So I just wanted to thank you and also give you a quick little shout out, because if I know that you're looking for people to be able to invite to your next seminar, I'm doing this video for others that are watching. I'm doing this video as a contest for a program that Brendon Bouchard has. He has an incredible website, and so on his next event, he's invited people to create a video. So Brendon, I want to tell you that you want me at your next event because I am an awesome student. Every time I go into a room and I go to an event, the power that I have to learn, because I'm hungry. I'm hungry to learn. I have this ability, and I don't do it by myself, but there's this energy that I bring to an event when I go. When I am in a room, I am so hungry to learn. It seems to elevate the whole room, to be able to help everybody to be able to get hungry, because all of that energy goes throughout the room. So I am hungry, and I am committed, and I am ready. So invite me to your next event, and I will help. I will be an awesome student to be able to raise other people to an awesome energy level with what you're doing, because I believe in your message and I really appreciate everything you're doing. Okay, so our training today, before I get on with it, one last thing is a message from Stephen R. Covey. He has a book called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. In that book, he talks about first things first, and one of the first things he talks about is roles and goals. 2 things, roles and goals. So in order for you to be able to apply what you need to know about creating your life circumstances and changing your world, the first thing you want to focus on is roles and goals. You have to know who you are, what your role is in each of the different areas of your life, and to your goals. That would mean your vision, the things that you want to do to be able to create. Where are you going? Why are you doing it? What is it that you want to do with your life? So you need to get those 2 things figured out. After you have those things figured out, this video is going to help you. If you have those figured out already, if you don't, I definitely encourage you to check out 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, or there's a lot of other trainers today that are teaching how to create vision. Okay, so there are 3 things that I want to teach you about how to be the master of your life circumstances. The first thing is to be mission focused. And when you're mission focused, you're asking, who am I? What is it that I am born to do? And what can I do to make a difference in the world? Every person has seeds inside of them, seeds that are their mission. Only you can live your mission. Only you have those seeds inside of you. You have to nurture those seeds to be able to let them grow and come out of you. So there is a problem that you see with the world. Look around and see what concerns you have and what problems you see with the world and what you feel like needs to happen to change it. And then eventually you're going to come to Gandhi's question in your quest to ask yourself, what do I need to do to be the change I wish to see in the world? Because that's really where the rubber meets the road. There's something that you can do in your personal life that'll help to help your family. There's something that you can do in your family that'll help to help your community. So there are 3 different areas that you live through living your mission. Your first one is your personal victory. Your second area is your family victory. And your third area is your mission victory. So as you progress during these different steps of focusing on your mission, you're going to be able to go see those things. And that's going to help you know where you are as a landmark of where you are now and what to do next. So if you want to learn more about that, I invite you to check out a course that I am creating right now. It's not ready yet, but I am creating it. It's called the 7-week course on the mission focused course, or the 7 weeks of the mission focused course. So that's going to help you learn your mission and know how to focus on that. Okay, so the second thing I want to talk about today is to imagine the results you want to create. Okay, so when you have a vision, something that you want to create out there, what you are doing is you're going through the steps of creation. There's 3 steps of creation. The first step, and you might have read this in a little book called the Bible. It's really amazing. You should check it out. The first step is called mental creation. The second step is physical creation. And the third step is your harvest, okay? So I have this paradigm of seeing everything through the garden. That's because that's where I got my education. So in these steps, it's the mental creation is your planting the seed. Your physical creation, actually going out and tilling the ground and doing all the work to make it happen, watering day after day. And then your third is your harvest, what comes back to you after all of the work that you've done. Okay, so those are the 3 phases of creation. And the way that you can plant this seed, number 1, this is in the first phase, to create the result. Imagine the result you want to create. So this is in the mental creation phase, phase 1. So this is what you do in phase 1. You have your vision out there of what it is that you want to create, and then you actually have to work through constant continual effort to put images and words into your mind to be able to create that. Okay, so what I did, how I learned this lesson, I know it's going to sound really crazy, but how I learned this lesson was from my toilet, okay? I live in a small house right now. It's not exactly, it doesn't work really good, right? So we have this toilet that we've been fighting for a long time. It's has a problem. It won't flush all the time, okay? So when I have this toilet, and okay, so one of the things that I do is I learn through life, because I'm a kinesthetic learner, and so as I'm doing my chores and stuff, I learn. I look at my life circumstances and I see what I need to learn, and I ask different questions, and then these answers come to me in my mind. So one day when I was fighting with this toilet and having this problem, one of these questions or one of these ideas that came to my mind was, imagine the result you want to create. So I was looking at my toilet thinking, okay, how am I supposed to apply this right now? So I was looking at my toilet thinking, okay, imagine the result you want to create. I was closing my mind. Okay, I'm closing my eyes so I can see better in my mind. So I saw the water in my mind going down the toilet, and then I heard that gurgling noise that happens at the end when it goes down. So every time now that we go to flush our toilet, I have to constantly work on this. I mentally imagine this happening with my toilet, and then it works. Okay, so you're going to say, this is like metaphysical changing things, and it's not really going to work. Well, this is where faith comes in. If you act on something that you believe is possible, then it is going to happen through a higher power that blesses that to happen. Okay, so if you have a foundation of believing in God, then you can see that this principle of faith can work when you are obedient, because obedience is power. That's where I get my power, and that's what happens, is obedience is power. So when that idea came to me of, okay, how can you imagine the result you want to create, I did it. And I keep learning this lesson. So now I'm starting to apply it to different areas of my life. I'm looking at different things that I want to see happen. Like Brendan Bouchard's event. I'm imagining myself at his event. I'm imagining that he's looking at my video, and I'm imagining that he's saying, wow, she's doing a great job. I need to help her. She needs so much help. So yeah, so imagine the result that you want to create. Okay, so that's the second thing. You imagine it. You imagine it with visually, you imagine it with your auditory, try to include all of your senses, all of the different ways that you can create that image to be real. Even you can, if there's something you're trying to put in your hands that you can touch, imagine touching it. Okay, so let's go on. The third thing that you can do to be the master of your circumstances is the power of your words. Words have so much power. I first learned this about 5 years ago in a class called Power Training. We did an amazing walk. We had to walk across fire and all of this crazy stuff. But one of the first things they taught us in that class was about the power of words. So with the power of words, I first learned about this at a place called Power Training. It's in St. George, Utah. And I learned about the power of words, how they have the weak words on one side and then the powerful words on the other side. And when I started learning about this, it just totally brought all of these ideas to my mind that I was able to see in my life, the words that I was saying and the effect that it was having. Okay, so this brings to mind a pattern that happens in life. So the first is your thought, second is your feeling, third is your action, fourth is your result. Our life cycles through this pattern. You create your life by your thoughts, feelings, actions, and results. If you want to learn more about this, I just did a webinar this week that talks more about this pattern, and it shows you the picture. So you can go check that out. It's a webinar on the mission-focused life. I created it. I put the date in there so you could search for 2/11/14. So anyway, go check that out. It's really awesome. And so the power of words is that what's happening here is there's the mental creation. Your words are mentally creating your result of what you want to have happen. So let's give an examples here. So on the left side of weak words, you would say, I can't do that because. Well, the opposite of that is, how can I make this happen? How can it become possible? And when you ask that question of how to do it, what happens is it opens up a Red Sea for you. It opens up the Red Sea to the possibilities, because you're not ever going to be able to see those options in your mind if you're always saying, I can't do it. But you can open up the possibilities by saying, how can I do this? And then your mind is going to start giving you different answers. Maybe it's your inner voice, maybe it's your mind, but they're going to come from inside of you to be able to help you find the next step to move forward. So another example is a mental paradigm called scarcity. In scarcity paradigm, people might say, I don't have enough. There's not enough time. There's not enough money. There's not enough. Things are running out. You feel like things are getting claustrophobic and you're trapped, and it's not a fun place to be. So in that place of scarcity, the opposite of that is abundance. So in the paradigm of abundance, you choose your words and you say, I have enough. I have enough for what I need. I have enough and more. I have more than what I need. So whatever words you say is the result you're going to create. Your mind is so amazing and so powerful, and this is what I have learned about this spiritual creation phase, is the words that you say create your result through your feelings and your actions and that whole amazing pattern. Okay, so another one that I've noticed is people have a lot of self-doubt and a lot of hate. Self-hate. Yes, people hate themselves, and if you have struggled in this area, as I have, there's a lot of negative going on inside of your mind all the time, and it's beating you up and making you feel icky and making you feel depressed. Okay, so what you need to do, those are the weak words. Those are the weak words that are coming to you. They will come by natural default. They'll just come because that's just how it is. The opposite of that is you have to plant an idea in your mind on purpose. You have to choose to believe something that's hard to believe at first. But what happens is you choose it at first, and then it gets stronger and stronger and stronger, just like you're walking up steps. Okay? So the opposite of hating yourself, obviously, is loving yourself. So in order to start that seed of loving yourself, what you want to do is to plant those words. You want to say, I am awesome because. And you can write it down, or you can say it out loud. You can start playing games with your family. Hey, you're awesome. Why are you awesome? And then they can give you an answer. But in the beginning, you might need to be giving them the answers. But if you can't say it to yourself, you're not going to be able to say it to anybody else. First, you have to be able to say it to yourself. I am awesome because. I'm awesome because I'm an awesome student. I'm awesome because I am living my mission and I am doing my best to give my message to the world. Why are you awesome? I know there's an answer. I want you to share with me on the end of this video. Do comments and tell me why you're awesome, because there is definitely reasons why you're awesome. I remember once when I was living with my sister, I was about 24, 25 years old. I had just been through my first divorce. My life felt like it was just totally in the toilet. I didn't like myself at all. There was no reason why I saw that I had awesome value. So my sister gave me an assignment. She said, write down every single night 10 things that you love about yourself. And I'm like, okay, I guess I can do that. So I remember at night, one night, I was sitting down the first time to write this list. And I was like crying. I was crying because it hurt so bad. I couldn't think of anything. Every single time I tried to think of something that I loved about myself, all of these negative, but you're not this and you're not this, and all of these knives and these daggers and these reasons, carving up my self-esteem, totally just demolishing the way I believed about myself. So what you have to do instead is you find one little seed. You find the one good thing that you love about yourself, and you build on it and you grow on it, and you choose to believe the positive on purpose instead of letting the negative overwhelm you by natural consequence and result. So the ideas that I'm talking about in this kind of paradigm is a model that I call the Z model. If you want to check that out, again, it's on my webinar. I share more about what this Z model looks like and how it can help us when we compare and contrast. This is one example of how the Z model can help you to rewire your thinking and rewire your brain. You have to see it visually. You have to find something, a root, let's say a weed that's in your heart, a belief that's stopping you from moving forward, and you analyze it and you break it out and you say what's the truth and what's a lie. And you can visually see that, and when your eyes see it on the paper, it is evidence for your mind. You can actually change your paradigms by analyzing and seeing what you believe. So I highly encourage you to go check out that webinar. Go see what it is that you can do to change your paradigms, because paradigms are the foundation of everything. The things that you believe about yourself is the way that you're going to interact with the whole world. When you love yourself, you can then love others. So let's see. Oh, and also another source to help you. I just made a CD. It's called What's Stopping You. You can check that out on my website called pathofprovidence.com. And that will be able to help you figure out what's in your head, what are those weeds that are going on, what's stopping you from being able to move forward and create. Because you're born to create, aren't you? Yes, I believe that you are. You are born to create. There is something deep and awesome and amazing inside of you that is itching to get out. And you have to be the one. You have to be the one to create it. So that's why I'm sharing my message, because I want to help you get that out. Okay, so I am going to give you a bonus piece. I know I just gave you the 3 pieces of what you can do to change your life circumstances and be the master of your circumstances. I want to give you a bonus number 4. Okay, so bonus number 4 is your circle of influence versus your circle of control. Okay, so this is an idea that I learned from Stephen R. Covey. Imagine that around you is a circle, and inside of this circle, everything that you can touch, that is your circle of control. You can control yourself. You can change your thoughts, you can change your feelings, you can change your choices, your actions, and you can change your results. You're responsible for your own thoughts. Okay, so you have your own brain, right? And your neighbor or your wife or your children, they have their own brain. So they are responsible for their thoughts and their feelings and their actions. I know this sounds so simple, but I used to be a person that used to struggle a lot with codependency. And I used to feel responsible for causing someone else's actions. I used to think that someone else could make me happy. That's not how it works. You are responsible for you. You're responsible for your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, because you can't think someone else's thoughts, right? You can only think your thoughts. So they are responsible for their actions and their feelings because they have their own thoughts. I wanted to share that because that is so critical. It was an awesome lesson that I learned. So in this pattern of knowing what you can control you, and you can create your space because you can change your thoughts. And you can only really change you. When it comes to being an influence for others, everything outside of this circle, I know my camera's not big enough to see all my arms, all my bigness, but outside of your circle is your circle of influence. Okay, if you can just imagine that I have a circle here, inside is you, and outside of that circle is your circle of influence. So you can influence others outside of your circle. But if you don't have control first over you, you're not going to have very much influence out there. So first you be the master of your own soul. You be the master of you. So what does that take to do it? Well, Gandhi said that to be the change you wish to see in the world, like I talked about earlier, and he also said to change the world, you must first change yourself. I have found this principle living inside of me by understanding what the word catalyst means. If you don't know what that means, go study in the 1828 dictionary. You can find it online, Webster's 1828. It's an awesome dictionary. Go look up the word catalyst and find out what it means. I learned this word when I was studying one day with a book called Intellegro Math. And in this book, she was breaking down Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, and how it talked about the great deep and something unknown. And then she's like, well, wait a minute, what is that? And then she brought in the idea of a catalyst. And when I heard that word, oh, it just sang inside of me. It sang inside of me and it lit my fire, and I realized that that's me. I am a catalyst. And so when I choose to change my world, I am a catalyst. I can change myself and I can change my world, and I can be a catalyst. I can change myself and I can change my family because I've changed myself. Over the last 2 years, I've been on a journey with my family victory. I've been learning from Nicolene Peck of Teaching Self-Government, and she teaches how to do basic skills, how to disagree appropriately, how to accept no answers. And that's one of the key things out there, is when you're looking at influencing people outside of your own circle of control, outside of yourself, you need to realize that you're asking them through agency. There's like this filter that you speak through. You speak through your circle, which is your agency, and their agency is in their circle, and you're asking them. You don't actually have the power to force them or to tell them what to do. When you do that, all you're doing is you're pushing people toward the left side of the Z model. So in order to invite others into your influence, you ask them through agency, and you know what your role is so that you can learn how to create that change within them and invite them into influence. Okay, so let me see. Finding the eye of the hurricane. This is a powerful idea. In this idea, when I am out of control and everything is going crazy in my house, and as a mom, I'm still in that struggle. I'm still trying to change myself and trying to help my family learn how to be calm and all this great stuff. One of the things that I do to return to calm is what I call the eye of the hurricane. So inside of every person, I imagine that we have what I call the Holy of Holies. But you can call it whatever you want. There's this one little spot inside of you that is your sacred place that nobody else can be in. It's where you are with your thoughts and your Creator, and in that circle is your power to choose. I'm grabbing it right here because it's so important. It's so important, and it's right there, right inside of your heart. So you have the power to choose. And one of the ideas that I learned from the Ayers, Richard and Linda Ayer, she talked about when she's being a mom, one of the ideas that she does before she gets ready in the morning to go out to see her kids is she imagines that she's the eye of the hurricane. So in a hurricane, there's all of these crazy things going on out there, but the eye of the hurricane is a still, quiet place. That's your power to choose. That is your power. So there's an amazing song by Hillary Weeks. It's called, it's right here on my notes. Where did it go? Who I Am. It's by Hillary Weeks. It's called Who I Am. I definitely invite you to go check that out, because that song helps me find the power of words. It helps me to find the power within myself to choose to be a catalyst. And what was our first thing? Choosing mission. Oh yeah, mission focused, because you have to know who you are to be mission focused and find your roles and your goals. Okay, so that is our training for today. I do want to invite you to share with me. Share with me on the end of this. I'm going to post this on YouTube, and share with me the things about why you're awesome. Share with me something that you're learning in your life. Share with me your path of providence, because that is my joy. My joy is being able to get to see you progress along your path of providence. So I definitely invite you to come and share with me. Your mission is important. The piece of the puzzle that you have is, like I said, go check out my webinar and go look up all those things about how you can learn to change your paradigms, what you can do to live a mission-focused life. In there I share about the parable of the peas also, and about the Z model. And you can check out my on my website CD library that I have. There's a few different CDs on there. I do have a special this week going on, 70% off. You can check that out on my webinar. And so the last thought I want to leave with you is the Song of Synergy. That in the Song of Synergy there is a master plan. There is a great orchestra master leading this whole song of the different songs that are coming to the world right now. There is a piece of the puzzle that you have. There's an instrument. You can be an instrument. You can find out what it is that's your song, and you can sing your song to be able to bring solutions to the world. Your piece of the puzzle is so critical and so important. So I know that there is a master orchestrator, because all of those pieces fall into place different. It can't happen by itself, right? It's not an accident. Things can't, a puzzle, you get a puzzle in a box, right, and dump it out on a table. Just watch. Do the pieces fall into place by themselves? No, they can't. There has to be a creator and a master organizer to be able to organize and orchestrate all of those pieces to be able to go into the puzzle. I really believe that's what's happening in the earth right now, is the earth is getting set up to heal. And as you and I bring our different pieces to the table, we can create synergy, because 1 + 1 can equal 10. That's what synergy means, and that's my vision, is to be able to create synergy. So, and that we can do that through our personal lives and through our homes, and then to be able to change society and change the world. So thank you for listening today. Thanks for letting me share with you. I am so honored to be able to be a part of your journey. Until next time, this is Pennie Rumsey reminding you to live your mission with power and purpose. Have an awesome day. Bye.
I can feel myself breathe, really breathe again. Gonna let myself dream, truly dream again. I won't ever stop trying. This is my story, and I'm still writing